Now, to discuss this regional story, I'm joined by Tayyab Iftikhar, a international relations analyst in Pakistan. Hello and welcome to A News.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome. Thank you for having me on your show.
So many talk about the security impact of these nations coming together. I wonder then what the economic interests actually are that unite these four countries at a time like this during major regional instability.
Definitely, since the 28th of February 2026, the entire world has seen huge amount of instability due to the Iran-American war, and the region has suffered a lot. Inflation is everywhere in the region. Political instability, regional tensions, they are everywhere. And it's very good that Pakistan, Turkey, Saudi, and Egypt come together and hold dialogue to get things solved. Definitely, all four Muslim countries have a huge impact on the Muslim world. All four have great military power, they have their economic power, they have their diplomatic power. So, definitely, it would be great for these four countries to come together to solve the problems of this region.
Many nations have come together to join forces in either security, military, or for their economy's sake. Now, could this group eventually evolve into something like an economic bloc similar to BRICS, so to speak, with its own payment mechanisms and move maybe towards a greater reliance on local currencies rather than the dollar?
Yes, that is true. That is true. Basically, these countries are the countries which are basically supporting a Palestinian state, a Palestinian stronghold, peace and stability in the region, end of Iran-American conflict. So definitely, it would be good for them to do trade with each other. Saudi is a oil-rich country. Egypt is a resources-rich country. Pakistan has a huge potential to provide labor. Pakistan's labor is working in Saudi, it's working in Qatar, it's working in Oman, it's working in other countries. Turkey, on the other hand, the Turkish nation has developed tremendously. It has developed tremendously over the last 25 years, and it's competing major world economies. So definitely trade and student exchange programs, other mutual discussions that can be very beneficial, especially at a time when inflation is hitting the Asian countries, the third world countries the most.
So you've heard this move of the de-dollarization. I wonder then that would they shift towards reliance on their local currencies?
Yes, that is a good option for them. That is a good option for them, but definitely they will have to take some further steps before going into any major action. Definitely, China is an emerging superpower. China is an emerging superpower. China is rising. China has wonderful relationships with Pakistan. China has wonderful relationships with Egypt, Turkey, and Saudi. So definitely, alternatives to the use of dollar can be sorted out. Definitely, both sides, America and China, are very important, but these countries have a huge historical background. They share similar heroes, they share a similar religion, their culture is similar in many, many ways. So, definitely, all of these four countries can come forward and strengthen a new bloc. Meetings were held in Riyadh, meetings were held in Islamabad, meetings were held in Oman by these regional four, and definitely these regional four countries don't have any territorial disputes or other disputes. So it's very easy for them to come together and hold on to a certain ideology, hold on to a certain set of ideas.
So they all have common interest, you say. So, but is there any trade issue that these four countries have genuinely in common and could act collectively to tackle?
Yes, they can have management over trade issues. Like Turkish drones are some of the best drones in the world, and Pakistan has been receiving different weaponry from Turkey from time to time. On the other hand, Saudi has been receiving ammunition from Pakistan from time to time. Our labor force is usually responsible. Since 1947, Pakistan has greatly attributed in terms of labor force, in in terms of technical logistics support, technical support to the Saudi nation. Egypt has its huge potential. Definitely, people in Pakistan like to visit Egypt for tourism basis. So definitely there are things that can be sorted out. A list can be carved out that these are the things on which we can help each other, we can cooperate with each other. And mutual cooperation at this time of instability, at this time of tensions that are taking place between the United States of America, Israel and America, it's very good that these four countries come together: Pakistan, Turkey, Saudi and Egypt, and they do something that is beneficial for their people.
All right, so you mentioned some of the positives that could bring them together and what they could achieve, but could their closer coordination also among these four countries have meaningful impact on issues such as displacement, migration, and humanitarian relief that we see as a global issue?
That is a very relevant question. That is a very relevant question. The relevancy of question is that as Pakistan has for a very huge time, very long time, been hosting the Afghans that were migrants that were affected by the war during the Soviet Afghan war and during the American Afghan war. So we have hosted a huge amount of refugees in Pakistan. And today, the Syrian foreign minister is in Pakistan. He is having a visit after a very long time. So definitely, Syria has seen huge amount of crisis in terms of population displacement. So these four countries can solve these issues, like they can help each other. They can help each other economically. They can help each other morally as well. Definitely, Pakistan, Turkey, and Saudi have now gone through a mutual defense pact, and it's similar to something to Article 5 of NATO in many ways, that attack on one will be considered an attack on all. Maybe Egypt might be interested in joining our pact of mutual defense. So definitely, refugee problems, immigration problems, they can be sorted out. Uh, Travel can be made easy between Turkey, Pakistan, Egypt and Saudi, and hopefully it would become more easy between other countries such as Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan, Tajikistan. The region would get strengthened through mutual cooperation.
All the way in Pakistan, Mr. Tayyab Ifkata, thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate your insights on A News.
Welcome. Welcome, ma'am. It was a pleasure to be on your channel.